Hey, welcome back everyone here to Veteran Nation. We got a really cool show for you today, but before we get started, I'm just going to remind everyone to go to NRN.com or NRNplus.com/VN. That is our landing page. We also have a new one. It's NRNplus.com/Veteran Nation. So if you type either one in, it's going to bring you to the same site. You can subscribe to the show. You can subscribe to the network. You're going to get access to all the great independent contributors that we have here at NRN. And you can also watch the show on Right American Media, and we're also on Rumble. We just started a new YouTube page for the show, and also we have our Facebook group. If you go into Facebook and type in Veteran Nation, that's all the places where we're at. We also have a Telegram group. Oh my God, this thing, we're over a year in, and we're just expanding and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm really excited about today's show because it's a little bit different than what we've ever done before. With others, I normally bring on veterans or, people that help veterans just to tell their veterans, tell their stories, people who help to say how they help veterans. And with today, you may remember a couple weeks ago, we had a group called Indies Coffee on. Brandon is the owner, and he was telling us about all the different types of blends of coffee that they do. He's a Marine veteran, and they do everything with movies. And with today's, it's really exciting because he sent me lots of samples. I've got several different samples of his coffee. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be brewing these samples, and then I'm going to taste them all, taste each one, and give you a little review about each one. If you're in the Facebook group, you know that my buddy TC from Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, he did something similar on his channel. We're all just veterans supporting each other. And so check out TC's video and see if you like the same type that he does. I'll give you a review on each blend that I have. And yeah, whatever one you like, I would highly recommend going to Indies Coffee and ordering from them. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, to start off with, we've got the Monroe Blend. Now this is their blonde. So if you're a coffee fan like I am, I used to work as a barista. I drank coffee. I mean, I remember drinking, my grandfather would let us sip on his coffee as a kid. So I've been drinking coffee almost my whole life. But with blonde, blonde is generally an acquired taste for some people. But what I find is people who love coffee tend to love blonde. Blonde as a blend. So this is their Monroe Blend, and as you can see, it's got an image of Marilyn Monroe. Everything that they do is linked to some type of movie or something along those lines. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open this thing up. Let's see how it is. Ooh, already. Oh, I wish there was some way for this to come through, but this has a great scent. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause the video, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brew some up, and we're gonna try this out. Okay, so there's a lot of you out there who, like me, are probably a little bit of a coffee snob, and just so you all know, I'm just gonna use a classic brew today. That's all I'm gonna use. Sometimes I like using my espresso machine. But today, because that's how most of you are going to brew it, I'm just going to use a standard traditional coffee machine. This is a Black & Decker. I had my coffee from this morning in here, so I use it regularly. It's fully charged. Also, sometimes what I like to do is I live out here in the desert. I like to go use my campfire and make cowboy coffee with my percolator there. Not doing that today, but we're gonna do this the way that most people are gonna drink coffee. So I'm gonna set that up, and yeah, let's get going. Okay, so the Maryland blend is now brewed. I'm going to tip this a little bit so you can see in here. I wish you could smell it, but it just smells amazing. So you can normally tell a pretty good amount about if you're going to enjoy coffee by the smell. In fact, a lot of different coffee, the main selling point is the scent of the coffee. For instance, a lot of the flavored coffees, when you actually taste them, they don't have a lot of flavor. What's the flavor that they give to them, it primarily impacts the scent. I used to drink a blend called French Toast Blend, and it smelled exactly like French toast, but it didn't taste like French toast. If you had a cold or something, it wouldn't taste like French toast. Now, I normally drink my coffee black, and I normally add a little bit of sugar just to give it a little bit of sweetness. I'm not a big fan of overly acidic or bitter coffee, so that's why I add a little bit of sugar. I try not to overdo it. This just smells so great. So I'm gonna just drink this black, so that way you all can get a good understanding of how my take on it. With this, I would describe this as with a little bit of, I want to say earthy, that it's got an earthy smell to it. Like I could very easily see where this was, a bean that, came from very rich ground. Okay. Okay, so surprisingly, it's a little bit sweet. I was not expecting that. It's got that earthy kind of tone to the smell, which, yeah, I still can taste it, but when you actually drink it, it's got a very pleasant, very sweet, not very overpowering taste. Very good. This is a coffee I would absolutely drink every single morning. Again, this is Indy's coffee. This is their Maryland blonde blend. So, very good, very good. Of course, I'm using my my Star Wars mug. Yeah, I'm a big dork. But yeah, very good cup of coffee. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video. I'm gonna enjoy this cup, and then we'll brew some more. Okay, so for our next roast, we're gonna go with this one. This is the Breakfast Club. Again, Brandon was very involved with several movies, so every flavor is themed with a different movie. So this is obviously themed by the movie The Breakfast Club, and it says it's a medium. It's a blended medium roast, and it says it's a great way to start your morning, whether you are the jock, the class clown, or the bookworm. So we're gonna open up this one. I've got my coffee pot. I've already rinsed it and cleaned it. So, ooh, strong smell. Okay, yeah, stronger smell than what the blonde had. And this seems like a little bit more of your classic style roast. This is like what I generally drink in the morning. So I tend to buy from my local coffee shops, or local proprietors, I guess you'd say. And this is along the lines of what they brew, that I tend to buy. So it's very strong coffee smell. This is something that if I had the right grind, this smell seems like the type I would use it, in my espresso machine. So this is already ground, so I'm not gonna put it in my espresso machine. I just can't get enough of this smell. This is really good coffee smell. So we're gonna go ahead and brew some of the Breakfast Club. Okay, so we have the Breakfast Blend the Breakfast Club blend brewed, and okay, so the aroma of it is still very strong. So when I opened up the bag, the aroma immediately hits you, and it's just as strong. This is a good wake you up type of coffee. Okay, so it's very medium. I don't have any, again, no sugar, no cream, anything in here. Very smooth. This is a blend that I would drink black happily. This is okay. So for in a marine sense, if we went to the field, this is the type of brew I would want, that I wouldn't have to mess around with anything else. I would just straight, brew it in the COC, take it outside, and just drink it. And yeah, just great way to start my day. Yeah. So, okay, any military people, this is a good blend to put into your COC, or to brew for your CO. It's strong, but it's not overpowering. It has, it's a little bit, compared to the blonde, it's a little bit more of a bitter taste, but it's not acidic. And that's the thing I always have, as I mentioned. I don't like acidic coffee. I don't like that bitter taste. But I can drink this without any sugar, and it's going to be fine. So far, just because of my taste, this would be the one that I recommend the most. This would be the one that, if I were, so far, having tried this and the blonde would be a really nice change of pace. This is probably what I would, brew for if I had people here, if I were just wanted a simple cup of coffee. This is kind of like your utility player, your shortstop. This is a good catch-all for everyone. So I like this one. Very good. Okay, so now we've got 2 roasts left. This one I'm gonna go after just because it's a little bit scary. It's 28 roasts later, and it's obviously based off the movie 28 Days Later, and I forget I think the sequel was like 28 Weeks or something like that. It's dark roasted, caffeinated beyond belief. So this one I expect to really pack a punch. So let's see what this one has in store for us. Ooh, strong smell. Ooh, okay, this is a very, very strong roast. Now, just by the scent of this would be a roast that I would use in my percolator. This is what I've got a little burn pit in the backyard. In the winter, when it's a chilly morning, I live out in the desert, it gets chilly here. But if I was sitting outside with my jacket, this is what I would brew cowboy style. But it's very strong scent. So I'm gonna brew some, and yeah, let's see how good it tastes. Okay, so here we have the stronger blend. This is the 28 roast later, and pretty much brewing this one had a much stronger scent. So it's definitely, it hit you. As a lot of strong brews do. When you get a stronger brew, you generally don't do you do a little bit more of a coarse blend or grind, and which this one is. But it's got a very strong aroma to it. I mean, just walking up to the coffee pot, I could get a blast of it. It's a very pleasant smell. Doesn't sometimes they get that burnt almost smell. If you leave a normal, like a medium roast on a burner too long, it gets a burnt smell, and sometimes a strong, cup will have a similar scent. I'm not getting that from this. But it's pleasant. All right, let's try it. Strong. Very bold. Okay. So this is a blend of coffee. It reminds me of whenever I smoke a cigar. I like a lot of bold blends in a cigar. Like I want that flavor. This has a lot of flavor. It's got an aftertaste that really sticks with you. Yeah, good blend. It would. It is a strong cup of coffee. So if you're someone who you really like strong coffee, this is one I would recommend. Okay, this is our final bag. This is I think this is their most famous blend. This is Apocalypse Roast, and it says dark bold coffee that supports heroes with every sip. And then the tagline down at the bottom is, I love the smell of coffee in the morning. And you know, that is absolutely me. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna open this one up. We're gonna see, you know, as always, we're gonna see if it passes the smell test. Let's see. Ooh, okay, this one is it's not very overpowering. It's a nice coffee scent. I would say this one is equivalent to, like, if you had a candle or just something that, if you like the scent of coffee and you want that aroma, this would be very much like that. You can tell it's a strong blend. It's very much a coffee, but it's not a coffee scent, but it's not overpowering. But yeah, good bold flavor. I like that. So let's brew it up and see how it is. Okay, so here is the final roast. This is the Apocalypse Roast. Okay, it doesn't have as strong of an aroma after being brewed as the 28 roasts later. It does have a strong, very much coffee aroma. It's like there's been several blends of coffee in my time that I've come across this type of blend. This is very strong. In fact, I can even pinpoint, I know the person who drank coffee like this in my Marine Corps career. But it's strong, a little bit acidic, but I can also tell there's some flavors. It's not fruity, but it's very harmonic with the rest of the roast. I will say that it blends well. I'm trying to think what I would compare it to. It's not a fruit, but it's not a nut, but it's got a soft tone in there. But you know, it smells great. It does. Now I'm gonna try it. Again, no sugar, no cream, just black. Very strong. In fact, I think this might be stronger than the 28 roast later. Yeah. This again, something I would do with a cowboy blend. Yeah, if you like strong coffee, this one is very good. So yeah, that's fresh off the burner. So excuse me, it's really warm. It's got like I'm trying to think of like what I would compare the taste to. It's got like this aftertaste that it reminds me very much of. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but for those of you who've been to the rifle range and you shoot your weapon and you get, you know, after you cleaned your weapon that first time and you fire that first round, you get a lot of dust and there's that carbon. That carbon has a very distinctive smell and kind of taste to it, and this has like an aftertaste where it's like that. And for military guys, I can see where that would be like a definite selling point, because I mean it's it makes you feel like home in a way, which is really weird. But it's yeah, it's got that. It's very strong. This one is more acidic than I think the other one. This is probably the most bitter of the blends that I've tried. If I were to drink this, this is one that I would put sugar in, just to you know, take away some of the bitterness. Might even, a lot of coffee people, if your coffee is too acidic, too bitter, a lot of people will tell you to add a little bit of salt to it. It helps, you know, bring the alkalinity down if you're one of those people. This is not too acidic for me. It's just, it wouldn't be my normal go-to, is what I would say. I would drink this though. I can see where this would be in an office. I can see where this one would absolutely be the most popular drink there. So I can definitely see that. So yeah, that's that roast. So I hope you all enjoyed today's show. It was a little bit different. I really want to thank Brandon and all the people over there at Indies Coffee for giving us the free samples. I put them all in bags, so I'm going to take those onto the Marine base and distribute them to a couple of the Marine duties so they have some coffee. I'm going to order my own bag because, yeah, very thankful that they did that, and very happy that we were able to do this for them. Again, if it all goes by your taste, I think they're all really good blends of coffee. My favorite is the Breakfast Club. That's just, I'm kind of a middle of the road guy when it comes to coffee, but I can see where the others would absolutely, you know, fall in. For what I would do is I would probably do the Breakfast Club, then I would do the Maryland, then I would do the Apocalypse Roast, then 28 roasts later. That would be my ranking of the 4 that they sent me. I'll probably actually order some of their other blends just to try them out. They do a lot of stuff with charities. So if you order one of their blends where they're helping a charity, all the money, they don't make any profit off it. It all goes right to the charity. So that's a really good thing. And for today's show, we're just going to wrap it up here. I do want to remind everyone to go to secureblockchainphone.com. Again, secureblockchainphone.com. They have the most secure phone that you can buy on the market today. And it is, you're not going to have to worry about anyone, big tech, big government going in, looking at anything on your phone. If you follow everything correctly, your phone is going to be as secure as it can get. It's the same technology they use for cryptocurrency. They are a sponsor of the show. So if you go there and you buy a phone, you're supporting us here. And as usual, I just want to remind everyone, I'm on Twitter. I'm at VetNation, NRN. You can go onto Facebook. You can join our Facebook group. That is, just search for Vet Nation. We also have a Telegram. You can look for us on Telegram. If you need the link, I push them out on both the group and on Twitter. You can also go to www.nrnplus.com/veterannation or /VN. Both will bring you right back to our landing page. You can subscribe to us here. But thank you for joining us today, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad that we could support some veterans out there with some reviews of their products, and I'm very happy. And if you're a veteran, you have a business, reach out to me. I'll definitely plug you. If you have a product that you want me to try, I'll, especially if it's coffee. I love coffee. I will try it. I will get everything I can out about your product and just really try to promote you as best as possible. In the coming weeks, I'll be pushing some bigger guests. So we're going to have some really fun things that we're going to be doing. So stick around with us. And yeah, thank you for being worth serving.